I don't know what the joke is there. Something about yawning and, I don't know, dying. You know, I've always struggled to do any kind of video where it's just me and the camera versus me in the top corner. You know, I'm playing a game, we're having fun, I'm doing different things. It's like, how do I make this fun? How do I make people actually want to see what I have to say? That's the thing. I still see myself personally as like kind of boring or uninteresting to watch, especially when it comes to just me and the camera, but maybe that's because I know myself a little bit too much. So I'm hoping this video is going to be at least somewhat interesting for you guys and informal, because I just really want to say some things before this year ends, and it's gonna, I guess, have somewhat of an impact, maybe at least into next year, but we're gonna have to wait and see. And that main question kind of came from thinking, am I still happy with making videos? Do I need to change something? Now I know that sounds negative, you're gonna have to watch this video if you want to see how that's actually a positive. So what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here, and yeah, this is I guess the final vlog type video I'm gonna be doing, especially of 2022, and this year has been a good one, at least for the channel. It's been really fun, and we've played so many games, bro. Like, I bet if I was to just scroll back and look at what I did, I'd be like, dang, we played that this year. I'm super glad to be still consistently dropping videos and being able to entertain the amount of people I do. I mean, getting over 100,000 views on basically any type of video that I do it's a crazy fact. It really is wild, and it's hard for me to still fathom sometimes. You know, I always think like, dang, I want to be that guy that gets like 1 million views, but I think sometimes it's good to take a step back and think like, what does 100,000 people even look like? If you can't imagine it, it's probably kind of crazy. So I first of all want to thank everyone for still watching the videos. All of the newcomers, thank you for joining up. If you're an OG, then man, I'm just so glad I've been able to keep you entertained from the beginning to now, because I was actually taking a look back kind of recently at just my older style of editing on videos. I'm talking like 3+ years ago, and man, I really see that my editing has definitely grown, and me as a person too. I feel like sometimes when I would edit my content, it would just kind of be like half understanding what I'm doing and half trying new things and thinking like, gee, I wonder if this is gonna look good or sound good, and then like, I don't know, I guess now that I'm looking back, I'm like, what the freak was he thinking? At the same time though, it's kind of nice to be able to go back and look at the history of how I've kind of developed myself on this platform. It's nice to see like where I was back then in the mindset of editing and where I've gotten to now, because if that wasn't there, I wouldn't, I guess, see the improvement states that I've gone through. So it is kind of nice to have that, I guess, archive back on the channel. Needless to say though, I'm much more happy. I feel like I've got a greater balance with the editing, I guess, and the videos I'm doing, and hopefully you guys do feel the same. Can you hear? Anyway though, let's get into the main part or chunk of this video, which is talking about maybe the changes for next year, and also the question that I honestly thought about, I would say a month or so ago, because I posted on Twitter kind of feeling a bit burnt out and lost. I was thinking like, you know, do I still like making videos the way I'm doing them? Am I still enjoying the entire process? And I don't know, it almost felt like something was wrong with the way I was doing things. I think that question kind of sounds a bit concerning, but deep down it's not, because I've learned that I actually love making content even more than what I thought so. And what's actually helped me to realize that is videos that I've been doing with the longer side. I've really enjoyed when, you know, one of my videos is 1 hour plus and I put it out on the channel. They always seem to do like so much better than some random 10 to 15 minute indie game that I can play sometimes. And I feel like that is a really kind of rewarding aspect, and it's something that I've really began to enjoy doing, just these games for like a sole experience on the channel versus like part 2, part 3, part 4. Seeing the videos that I put even more time into to create do even better as a result, it's just one of the greatest feelings ever, and I have you guys to solely thank for just enjoying those longer videos. Like, thank you guys so much. It really does mean absolutely everything to have that connection, and to know people are enjoying the extra effort I'm doing. It's so awesome to see, man. However, there is a small dilemma when it comes to those longer episodes, because what you guys might notice is that sometimes they're kind of far and few on the channel, and I've never wanted that to be the case. I've always wanted to do like a 1 hour episode every single week, or maybe even like 2 of them. With longer videos though comes the issue, which is of course time. Time is always going to be something that's restricted. You've got 24 hours a day. There's no way of extending that, and naturally more work, less time in the day to get it done. And I think this is where the initial thought of like me even thinking, do I still enjoy making content came from, because it's the stress of like wanting to do more. I want to give you guys more. Like, I want to do more on my channel all the time, man. I want to give this thing 110%, but like time is it's just such a restrictive thing, man. And I wish there was a way to extend my day, or like, I wish there was a way I could sleep less, man. I could get more done, you know? It can sometimes mean though that the longer, less edited. I still put like loads of effort into them, bro. I can't stop the editing. I don't know. But it's like a race to the finish. And sometimes it can just completely warp my ideas. Like, I might see a game I want to do for that sort sort of series, but then I'll have a backlog of other stuff I have to do, because if you guys notice, I have a kind of fairly strict schedule, I would say, on the channel. Like, it's not 100% I have to do it, but it's like I like to keep routine. Usually I'll take Monday and Thursday off as the days where I don't upload. And by the way, that doesn't mean that I'm not working and doing nothing, because I have to do so much editing. Some videos always take longer than a day to do, and I've also got to spend time planning, doing those intros, and like especially longer, less edited videos. They take longer on those days, of course, and I use those days off to get them done. Sometimes though, I'll still hit 6 videos. Sometimes I'll even hit 7. It's you know, I'll try and always get at least 5. I might dip under once every so often when unexpected things crop up. That schedule has worked perfectly though for videos where they're about 20 minutes in length, something like that. But the longer ones, that's where I've began to notice this issue. And that's when my brain kind of thought like, whoa, fella, like, whoa, we want to, whoa. So it's kind of given me a reminder that I think what I need to do, if I want to make good content consistently on my channel and always be trying to put out my best side, I think I need to learn to break the strict schedule that I have in place, and sometimes respect the fact that if I want to make a video that's like 1 hour plus, and especially if I want to keep the editing up, because I like making good content, guys. I like looking back, watching it and thinking like, yeah, that's it. That's the side of me I wanted to put out. It means that I'm probably going to have to respect the fact that maybe some weeks I might only do 4 videos in a week, but the difference there will be maybe a 1 to 2 hour video also amongst those 4 videos. So it may seem like I've done a video less, but if you were to look at the amount of minutes of content I've done, it will probably be much more. I don't know when I'll start implementing this. Maybe I'll, you know, try and do it at some point soon. But I think that's at least something I wanted to let you guys know about. Like, maybe there's going to be times where I'll take maybe 1 or 2 days off from uploading, which is like, dang, that's like abnormal for me. But it's going to be because there will likely be a bigger video in the works. And then when that one comes out, like, you will understand that the time that was spent not uploading was still spent working and getting stuff done. It's actually been interesting that I had this thought. Like, this has been in the back of my mind for a while. And I've actually noticed that Corey has been doing the same thing. Every single video he's done has been like sort of 40 minutes plus. And he uploads like maybe 2-3 times a week. And it's a sick schedule. I think his videos are beautiful. Like, every single one, you can see he is spending time to make experiences every single time for the fans. And that's what I want to incorporate more in my channel too. Like, I'm always putting in 100%, guys, but sometimes I just want to give more. You know, I'd say there's like a FNAF game. Let's say I played that game recently, Bondi's Barnyard. I made sure to do that full game for its own independent video, even though it took much longer than doing it over 2 or 3 parts. That's the sort of video style I want to start committing to. And like, that might mean that, you know, I'm recording for hours. Like, games like FNAF stuff are so complicated. Sometimes that night 5 can take hours alone to do. And like, that's when it would usually put me off, and I'd have to be like, nah, we're cutting that here. I can't do it. So that's going to be a big goal that I'm going to try and work towards. I don't think I'm going to implement it straight away, and it will probably only affect like maybe 1 week out of every month or so. So that is going to be my goal, I think. What I want to do is I'm happy with the content that I'm making. I'm super happy with the production style, the edits that I do, but what I'm not happy with is the video length. I want to give you guys more 1 to 2 hour videos. You remember Madison? Like, that is just the sole exact encompassing feeling I have. That game was a 2-hour experience. I love the fact that I did that for 1 video. It was 4 hours of recording. Like, that's what I want my channel to be. I want you guys to look back on stuff like that, you know, see a 2-hour video, be like, hey, we can kind of chill for the night. Let's cozy up or watch it over several things. But the whole video is there the moment it's uploaded. You don't gotta wait days for a part 2. So that's gonna be one of the main things I will be working towards on this channel. But I want to bring out the same good content. Like, every single game I pick out, guys, is something that I'm trying to make a decisive decision on, to know that maybe you guys are gonna see it. And I think I'm gonna cut back on some of those things where I'm recording for the sake of having that video done for the day too. Like, I don't want to publish lesser quality games. I want to always give you guys something special, and I just want you guys to know that, really. Like, that's the plan going forward. You know what's crazy? I thought I would be here about 2 minutes talking about this. I don't know how I've spent 14 minutes as of now on the recording talking about that single part. Like, I've probably edited this down, but that's kind of wild to me, man, how much I ramble. What the freak? Now I'm gonna move over to, I guess, talking about some resolutions that I've got for the new year's. Yes, I'm one of those people that loves to try and make at least one thing that they want to do or change within the year, set myself a new goal. And I think the most important thing that I've realized is I need to respect myself more as a person. Being completely honest with everything, and like the fact that I've allowed myself just a small amount of time to think, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't treat myself like a human at times, and I set no boundaries for the amount of work I do. I almost treat myself like a machine. Like, I feel like I should just be always going at 100% and never allowing any time to just not do anything. This Christmas was difficult for me in the sense of, like, I've gotten so much into just like a mode of constant work that I kind of found it hard to relax. And it's really hard to even try and say that because it sounds weird and it sounds stupid and strange to say, but I've kind of forgotten like how it feels to just do nothing. You know, most people see like a calming beach as relaxation, but for me, I see that as kind of a struggle because like I would be sat there doing nothing and like what am I doing productive? I'm wasting my time. This is how my brain is kind of wired. Like I wake up at 6 a.m. every single day and I get to work at about 7 a.m. I start editing and I work through until about sort of 6 p.m. The day is done, I'll go ahead, chill, I might work out or something like that, and then when all that's done, it's like 7:30, 8 p.m. I'm kind of sat down near the TV and I'm not really watching any of the programs, you know, to distract myself and just relax for the next day. I'm busy thinking about like, why am I wasting my time sitting here when I could be making more videos and doing even more work? Am I lazy for feeling like I should be, you know, sitting in front of the TV to watch something when I've got 2 hours of free time before I'm trying to sleep? Like, should I not kind of get back on the computer, find something to do, you know, get recording, do editing, something like that? And this cycle in my brain, it can get so intense sometimes that even though I'm sat down in a different area than my office and I'm trying to sort of, you know, distract myself, I'm not paying attention to what's happening on the screen. I'm just kind of fixated in these thoughts on my head and, you know, telling myself, you need to do more, you're not doing enough, you're sat wasting your time when you could be doing something productive. And so like one thing I really want to practice is just remembering that doing nothing sometimes is okay. Like it's okay to just sit down, put something on YouTube and watch that and keep your hands off the keyboard. You know, you've got to allow yourself a break. And I'm saying this, but I don't allow myself that, which is why I know something needs to change. The advice I give to other people about, you know, how they should take it easy and stuff, I don't think I've ever really taken on board that. It's like, I am my own worst boss, but to everyone else, I feel like I give good advice, but I'll never listen to my own advice. So it's like, what? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's so weird. I've worked for 7 days a year for the last 7 years by complete choice, by the way. Like, no sympathy is needed for me. I don't need it, okay? This has been a choice and I've loved every moment of it. I just kind of know that eventually it's gonna get to a point where if I keep doing this, I'm gonna just fall out of what I'm doing and I'm never gonna find a way back in because it's so intense. Like, the wheel is always spinning so quick. I need to allow that wheel to slow down rather than keep that momentum. And if I hop off, I'm never gonna be able to hop back on again. I'm mainly saying this, like, because I know if I can feel this way, there is most certainly other people who also are gonna feel the same as well, which I think is important because someone hearing that might have thought like, you know, I've been feeling kind of similar. Maybe that's the thing, I could never explain to friends or family how I was feeling, but maybe that might be also what I have too. There's so much pressure in today's day and age to always be doing something. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. You know, make more money, do overtime, work extra hours, get another job, do this, do that. If you are also feeling this way, I'm going to encourage you to try and change slowly with me. With the keyword being try to change slowly rather than try to change. Change implies that you need to do it ASAP for some people, you know, like, there you go, there's your change. I don't think that's the healthiest way to try and implement a new way of living or a new lifestyle habit. It's like New Year's resolutions. People, you know, they go from 0 to 100, like they go from nothing and then they want to join the gym. That's like, you hear that resolution all the time. And then they back out after a month because they didn't give themselves the time to adjust to this new way of living. It's a completely different way that you have to live your life. So be kind to yourself if you are trying a new resolution. If you're trying to do something more often, maybe pick up a new hobby. Respect that you don't got to jump in head first. And sometimes you can dip your toes in and then maybe you want to take them out for a bit and maybe you don't want to do it for a while and then you try it again and then you go back out and then you start slowly working something new into your life and you realize that it's not so bad. And because you've allowed yourself that time to readjust to that thing, there's a much more higher chance that it's going to stick. That has definitely been something that I have learned too with new things that I've begun to do. I never rush into it head first. I always do it in healthy doses to begin with. And I'll allow it to kind of become a more natural incorporation into my life versus forcing it too fast and then becoming uncomfortable with how much of a change it puts to something else. I encourage everyone else with their New Year's as well to, I guess, adopt that sort of mindset. You don't want to go headfirst into something too quick. You know, if you haven't done, for example, let's say you're starting YouTube and you're like, oh, I want to get into the swing of things. I'm going to upload every single day and you haven't even made a video yet. Like, you got to respect, you need to learn the path of how it goes. I had to, if you look back at my first videos, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Sometimes I did too much too quick and then it would put me off the day after. So just remember new ways and new things that you want to incorporate, guys. Do it slowly. And also remember that not everyone does it the same same way in terms of how quick they're gonna adapt to something. It might take someone a week, might take someone a month, might take someone the rest of the year. You know, it's like you have to respect you are doing it in your own time and the way you should be doing it versus like copying someone else who's done it quicker or slower even. That's gonna be it though, guys. This turned into much more of a ramble than I thought it would be. I always feel like when I do these videos, there is no actual sense that comes out of my mouth. I just mumble things. I just say what my mind's saying. I don't know if it makes sense. I sure hope it does. Do let me know though, if you've watched this far, your New Year's goals or resolutions, I suppose. I would love to hear what you guys are trying to learn, what you're trying to start doing or incorporating into your life. Would be really nice to see. But alright though, guys, I don't know when this video is gonna go live. I don't know if it's gonna go up on like New Year's Eve or something like that. Might come out the day before. But I think regardless of when this video comes out, I might take maybe a day or two just to do nothing. Maybe I'm gonna try and force myself to do a bit of relaxation. Maybe I'll do some editing in the background, but I'm not gonna stress myself out to pump out content immediately. I want to make those changes that I said, and I do want to do it gradually rather than force it too quickly. And I think long term, these changes are gonna make the videos and the content I make on my channel even better for you guys. So you can look back and there's just gonna be nothing but absolute bangers one after the other, because that's what I want. I want you guys to feel that way, and I want you to always have something to watch that you're gonna enjoy. That's a door. I'm actually gonna slowly walk out of it because I know as I just keep talking and never find an end to these videos. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you did enjoy. Thank you for listening to my rambles. Let me know your thoughts down below and, you know, share your ideas and stuff. I'd love to hear the things that you say too. And that's about it, guys. I'm going to keep walking out now. I'm downstairs. I don't know if you can hear me. Happy New Year!